This is Goku-san DBZ, and this is my second of the two vlogs on, of course, top 10 TV shows. This will be the top 10 TV shows of the 2010s, 2010 to 2014. So, in a few more years from now, I'll probably have to redo the, of course, top 10. Now, these shows, as I mentioned on the last vlog, animated shows, cartoon series, and animes will not be allowed on this list. They don't make the cut. That's a list for another day, another time. Also, it must achieve at its peak in popularity at least 5 to 6 million viewers per weekly episode. And it also must reach its peak in that decade, even if it started in the 2000s. In order to make it to this list, it can be on as long as it reaches its peak during this decade. Okay, we'll get started. Coming in at number 10, Sons of Anarchy. I personally have never seen the series, but a lot of coworkers at work I know love the series, and they swear by Sons of Anarchy. Someday I may have to check it out on Netflix or something. Coming in at number 9, from CW. This was a show that technically reached its peak at probably around 2009 to 2010, but it's still very successful, even now. It is actually just started its 10th season a couple of days ago on Tuesday. It is Supernatural, which is, of course, about the brothers Sam and Dean Winchester. And, of course, in Season 4 and onward, you have the angel Cassiel. Very interesting series. Personally, Season 5 was my favorite because I liked the casting choice they made for Lucifer, who plays him when he gets free. Very good acting job. Plays very calm character, but at the same time also that eerie creepiness factor, which is what you need for that role, obviously. Coming in at number 8 from HBO. Believe it's starting its 5th season, Boardwalk Empire, which is takes place during the 1920s, of course, while like alcohol and stuff was illegal. It's about this like small town politician stuff, and he ends up building up connections, of course, with the mafia, which is gaining momentum and influence and power thanks to, of course, the temperance union outlawing alcohol, and allowed the mafia to, of course, gain a lot of power and arouse individuals in the future to rise up like Al Capone. Coming in at number 7 from NBC, starting its 4th season on air, Grimm, which is based, of course, somewhat on the Grimm fairy tales, based on the theory, what if the creatures from Grimm fairy tales were in real life? And it's a very interesting, very unique concept, and it's nice to see NBC doing something refreshing outside of normal standard dramas and sitcoms. It's not too often they're willing to go outside their comfort zone on shows. Last time they did that was Heroes. But it's nice, and Grimm is a very solid show, honestly. Very solid casting, good character development. I very much enjoy the storylines they do, and I love the characters in Grimm as well. Coming in at number 6, a series I personally have never watched, but oh my word, like probably 75% of all my coworkers have watched this show and they swear by it. From AMC, Breaking Bad, which of course, the one who plays the guy who ends up going bald and ends up becoming this drug guy, I know him best as the father from, of course, Malcolm in the Middle, which was a show I liked in the late 90s. But someday I may have to check out Breaking Bad as well. Coming in at number 5, produced by the History Channel. And when it starts back up, it'll be starting on Season 3. 2 seasons out so far. It's mind-blowing. It's like HBO quality, 10 episodes per season, just like HBO and Showtime and networks like that. But it's produced by the History Channel. It's called Vikings. Very solid show, very good casting. Love the music, love the character development, and it really does get a lot of the good aspects and stuff that went on in the 9th century, the 800s, with the kingdoms of England at that time, and of course the Viking culture. And with the gods, Odin, Thor, Loki, and I think one of the most interesting twisted characters, which is one of my favorites, is Floki. Check the series out on History Channel. Trust me when I say you will not be disappointed. You might even find video clips on YouTube if you want to check some of it out for free. I suggest YouTube and check out Vikings. Coming in at number 4 is from AMC, is a show that started on a very high note. The first and the second season was good, and season 3, 50-50 personally I give, and season 4 I have not yet watched, and I plan on watching soon, and that is The Walking Dead. Comes in at number 4 because it's got such a huge fan following. It's one of the top rated shows right now on cable. It's just huge. I mean, my mind's blown when I've seen like the ratings of the show. I mean, that show is pulling in around probably between 15 and 20 million viewers weekly. That's pretty serious ratings. Not many shows pulling that kind of viewership every week. Coming in at number 3 from the CW. Started its 4th season, Arrow, from from DC Comics. Arrow is about this character, Oliver Queen, which ends up shipwrecked on island, has survived 5 years. And you see a lot of flashbacks to the island while he's fighting crime in Starling City. And Oliver Queen, a.k.a. Arrow, originally called the Hood in the first season. In the second season, it becomes known as Arrow. Hasn't quite been called Green Arrow yet. Good show. Season 1 was really good. Season 2 was mind-blowingly awesome, with, of course, the main villain being Deathstroke, which is one of my favorite characters from the DC universe. Which later on, of course, technically becomes more of an anti-hero. But Deathstroke is an awesome character, and very good job on the acting job for who they casted. I can't wait for season 4 of Arrow. Season 3 of Arrow, my bad. Coming in at number 2 from HBO. This show was pulling in weekly around 30 million viewers, making it the highest rated show on the network. But it ended its last season this summer. On its 7th and final season, True Blood, coming in at number 2, which has a very loyal fan following, I might add. Good show, though, to be honest. Here's 4 honorable mentions. Teen Wolf, Sleepy Hollow, Vampire Diaries, and a show that seems to get 50-50 aspect from people, Big Bang Theory. And coming in at number 1 from HBO. Just finished its 4th season. Next year starts season 5. Game of Thrones. Which is an incredible, incredible series. I hope you all like this video, and I hope you all tune in next time on my channel. Please, if you like videos, please leave messages below. Give me ideas for new top 10s or game reviews, which I'll be starting back in the near future. And please subscribe, tell other people about me. And in honor of number 1 on the list, isn't that song just epic? In the medieval era, with lots of blood, gore, killing, sex, and lots of nudity, I might add. Definitely not a show for kids to watch. But until next time, this is Goku Sun DBZ signing out, and I hope you all have a good evening.